According to Creswell 2018, research writing is a systematic process of collecting, analyzing, and presenting data. Now, the purpose of this presentation today is to outline the steps that you need in writing a research and to illustrate the roles that each step adds value to scholarly rigor and precision. Good day, everyone. My name is Shanique Matthews, and alongside me, I have Atam Mohaniwa, Haone Macholo, Nunofo Abel, Teto Letabo, and Teto Palano. And today, we'll be teaching you the various stages of research writing.
I'll be taking you through topic as a stage and research writing. Let's first define what a research topic is. A research topic is a subject or issue that a researcher is interested in when conducting a research. That is said by Allen M. ed. 2017. But according to Kathori 2004, a research topic is clearly defined as a subject area that guides the researcher's investigation, and it determines the scope of the study. Now, let's look into the importance of a research topic in research writing. Creswell J.D. 2018 says, a research topic gives clear direction as it guides what to study and why there's a need to study it. Research topic focuses information. It helps one to decide what to include and not to include. That was mentioned by Kumar R. 2019. It also keeps the study balanced as it helps shape the research by narrowing it or widening it. That was said by Lady and Ahmed 2019. Now let's look into the introduction as a stage in research writing. Introduction is the foundational stage in research writing as it sets a tone for the study by giving clear overview of the research topic, research problem, and why the study is important. This was said by Creswell J.W. 2014. Now let's look into the key functions of the introduction. It contextualizes the study by broadening it out into a context. 2, it states the research problem by explaining or defining the gaps in existing research writing. 3, it sets objectives and scope. 4, it engages the reader by giving relevance and importance of the study. Now let's look into the tips for writing an effective introduction that were stated by Creswell J.D. 2018 and others. First of all, you have to begin with a broad context. Secondly, include the relevant statistics. And thirdly, avoid unnecessary information for your research not to be biased. And lastly, maintain clarity to the topic. Thank you.
Now on to another stage. We have a research problem. A research problem, according to Creswell 2018, is a specific issue, difficulty, or gap in knowledge that a researcher aims to address through systematic investigation. It has to be clear, researchable, feasible, significant, and it has to be ethical. Now, research problem in relation to research writing. Creswell would emphasize that a research problem is the foundation and guide to any research question, and that it justifies the study's significance. Whereas Kumar 2019 would also add on to the fact that a research problem determines the study's purpose and focus, and it also helps determine the methodology of the research to ensure its feasibility and validity.
Moving to another part of research writing, which is objectives. Objectives. This is a part in research writing that clearly specify the outcomes of a study. Now, the purpose of objectives in research writing. They help speed up the research process because the focus is well defined. They help in determining methods of data collection. Objectives help sharpen the focus on the research topic and study, hence ensuring a narrow research process, because a broader one may derail the researcher from focusing on the issue at hand. Well-defined objectives measure the researcher's credibility. Objectives provide basis for evaluating whether the study has achieved its aims or not.
Moving on to hypothesis as a stage of research. A hypothesis is an educated guess or a proposed explanation based on limited evidence meant to be tested. According to George A. Ladberg, a hypothesis is tentative generalization, the validity of which remains to be tested. In this most elementary stage, the hypothesis may be any hunch, a guess, an imaginative idea which becomes the basis for action and investigation. Now, let's move on to the importance of hypothesis in research writing. According to Bolajek, hypothesis guides the research direction. How? A hypothesis clearly defines what the researcher is trying to prove. It gives the study structure and focus. 2. A hypothesis forms the basis for research design. It sets the type of data to collect and the right methods of analysis. Kumar defines that hypothesis promotes critical thinking and objectivity. Hypothesis encourages researchers to think logically. They base their conclusions on evidence rather than assumptions. According to Neumann, hypothesis facilitates interpretation of results. How? By hypothesis aid in comparing the actual results with expected outcomes, making interpretation meaningful. Saracom states that hypothesis supports the scientific method. A testable hypothesis is an essential part of the scientific process. It allows for replication and validation.
We're moving on to literature review. What is a literature review? According to Rocco and Hatcher in Chapter 11, a literature review is a survey and analysis of published scholarly sources on a specific topic or research question. A literature review goes beyond summary. It includes synthesis, evaluation, and sometimes identifying conflicting findings. How does a literature review contribute to research writing? According to Rocco and Hatcher in Part 1 and Chapter 11, it states that a literature review provides context and background. This means it situates your study within what has already been done. A literature review also identifies gaps. It shows what is missing or unresolved by justifying the need for your research. Literature review also helps build theoretical and methodological framework. It shows what methods, theories, or models have been used and guiding your choices. Literature review demonstrates credibility by giving readers confidence that you are familiar with the key literature and debates.
Moving on to research design as a stage of research writing. What is a research design? A research design is a very important stage in the research process. It outlines the overall strategy for integrating the different parts of the study in a clear and in a logical way. This stage makes sure that the research problem is addressed effectively by defining what data is needed, how will it be collected, and how it will be analyzed. Creswell describes research design as the plan or proposal to conduct research. It includes everything from philosophical assumptions to methods for data collection and analysis. It guides the decisions that shape the study and is essential for keeping consistency and validity. Kumar highlights that a well-structured research design reduces and improves the reliability of the results. It also helps the researcher to stay focused and ensures that the evidence collected relates to the research objectives. Sakaran states that there are different types of research designs: exploratory, descriptive, explanatory, and experimental. Each one serves a different purpose and is based on the research question. According to Creswell, a research design also decides whether the study will use qualitative, quantitative or mixed methods. A good choice improves the study's validity and leads to replicable and trustworthy findings.
Moving to discussion. There is a process in research writing that entails interpreting findings and analyzing them. In this part, the researcher states the importance of their findings and how they correlate with the research topic on study. The purpose of discussion in research writing. It shows how the researcher's findings answer the research questions stated on the introduction. Additionally, it explains the contributions and value of the researcher's work. On top of that, it shows the researcher's ability to analyze and interpret data. Furthermore, it has proved the researcher's understanding of the research topic. Lastly, a discussion with well-explained limitations provides guidance for other researchers.
Okay, so now we're moving on to the conclusion. What is a conclusion in research writing? This is the final part of a research paper summarizing what was found and gives the reader a clear understanding of the study's main results. According to Creswell and Creswell 2018, a conclusion is the last part of a research report that provides an overall summary of the study and its results, offering closure for the reader. How it contributes to research writing. It summarizes the key findings, answers the research questions, and shows the significance of the study. What is the importance of a conclusion in research writing? It leaves a lasting impression, clarifies the study's outcomes, highlights the contribution, and strengthens credibility. Last but not least, we have the recommendation. What are recommendations in research writing? According to MAPRE 2023, recommendations in research writing are proposals made by the researcher drawn from the study findings that suggest possible actions, solutions, or areas of further investigation. In other words, recommendations are part of a research paper where the writer shares practical or academic suggestions based on the results. How recommendations contribute to research writing. Turn findings into solutions. Encourage continuity in research. Demonstrate critical thinking and bridge research and practice. Why recommendations are important. They guide decision making. Full Scholar 2020 emphasizes that recommendations can help policymakers, institutions, and professionals make informed choices. Secondly, they enhance the study's impact. Monitoring 2021 states that including recommendations makes the research more meaningful because it goes beyond findings and shows their usefulness. Lastly, they identify research gaps. MAPRE 2023 explains that recommendations help reveal what the study did not cover, which gives directions for future research.